Hello, this is Monty Ray. Thank you for joining me. Today I'd like to talk about local investing. The key to our prosperity is nearby. In a word, it is local. The key does not reside in a central authority somewhere, be it a national government, central bank, or world government. The increasing centralization of life, orchestrated by an increasingly bloated and wasteful government, is a failed model. During the 20th century, increasing centralization reached a point of diminishing returns. There is no doubt that we need a centrally coordinated postal system, military, weights and measures system, copyright and trademark laws, etc. However, the events of 2008 and the resulting great global recession show too clearly that the world's economies and financial systems are becoming increasingly fragile and unstable. Nonetheless, central banks and the governments they control continue to lobby for a global government, economy and currency. I guess if something is not working, the remedy is to introduce it on a larger scale. There was a time when the state of Georgia used to be able to act politically and economically without negatively impacting South Carolina or Alabama. But the sovereignty and power of the states have been gutted. Georgia is just another administrative outpost of the federal government, like the counties are to the various states. Throughout American history, there have been tens of thousands of bank failures, but almost none of them affected the banking system as a whole. These banks were largely private, decentralized, and independent, and the risk of their incompetence and misdeeds was compartmentalized. 2008 showed us that banking compartmentalization no longer exists. Today, the taxes of the American people ensure that these banks are too big to fail. The stock markets of the various nations have also been largely compartmentalized throughout history. When Japan experienced its worst depression during the 1990s, America experienced one of its greatest bull markets. Today, the markets of the world are unstable because they are unified. Every scrap of news from tiny Greece, for example, creates extreme volatility in New York. If one sizable economy implodes, all of the financial markets of the world will crash in tandem. The American Stock Exchange would resemble the Hindenburg. So, reduce the size of your usual investment position in the stock and bond market. If there is a depression, it could be a very long time before you recover your losses, and corporations and municipalities are increasingly defaulting on the bonds they gave you in return for the loan of your money. For more information, get my free report at the website monetaryterrorism.com to learn more. Thank you for your attention.